Medic, don't see it.
Left foot!
Need repairs on this marker.
Left foot! Your good foot! Nightmares! A nick and night! Nightmares! A nick and night! Ever home ~3!
We need repairs on this marker.
I grab a beer can on the TV! My junior DI was on the screen! Oh my God, what does it mean?
We need repairs on this marker.
CDI was up there too! Oh my God, what I'm gonna do! And then they said right on the news!
Attack this
Can't
marker.
leave me until you pay your dues! I think at night! Next night! What's the sound of Del Zone? What's the sound of Del Zone? What's the running down the truck? What's the running down the truck? Left foot.
Sorry.
Good foot. Left foot. Good foot. Whiskey one, whiskey two. I got a permission just for you. Let me tell you all something. War has made me very paranoid.
A few moments later. "12 seconds later. Flashback.
Lay down.
End of flashback.
see, Princess!
Enemy forces, 12 recover me. I'm red, reloading.
Medic!
Defend this area. Friendly fire! Cease fire!
was able to fight human waves when I was in Vietnam. And I've told stories on crappy Vietnam War stories, and talking about how our group, our company, is about 100 Marines in our company. We were there in 1968. I was there the whole year of 68. And we would fight, our 100 would fight anywhere from 500 to 7,000. And people don't understand how you could live through something like that. Is, like I say, there was many of them. And we would be on top of a hill or mountain. So they're coming up the hill or mountain. As they come up, I would be there. Now, what happens, what people don't realize is on TV, you sit there and everybody just fights. It doesn't work that way. What they'll do is they'll come from all directions. Some will come at you, and then you'll make contact, or you just knock them to the side and they go on by. Okay? And then some you will go, and then you will make contact with them. And like I say, so they're dead. Now this is what they don't show you in the movies. They're coming up the hill, so they're tired as they're coming up the hill. Now as they come up the hill, they're tired. So I got the advantage on them because of that. So that helps. And it's dark. Most of our combat was done in the dark. And then I get another one. Okay, now what's going to happen is the next ones, not only they got to go around all the obstacles, they got to go over the dead bodies, and they're going to come right on by, and maybe they'll make contact with me, maybe they're going to come on down this way. So, you know, I mean, they're just, it's all happening one after another. So combat is once you just bammo, you hit and you make contact, and then you go on. Or, like I say, they come and then you kill them. Now, after that, like I say, now they got to step over the bodies to get to you, so that now you're getting an advantage right there. So if you want to live through something like this, the best thing is to go right on through and don't even make contact. And a lot of them would do like that. And like I say, you always put obstacles up, so then there's things they have to step on, step over, and then dead bodies, trying to step over dead bodies or on dead bodies, it's wobbly, so you've got the advantage. So the more you encounter, the better your chances are to survive. And like I say, they just keep coming, and they keep coming. Smart ones will just run right on by and then go right on past. So that's how we were able to survive the encounters. I know on TV you're shooting, you're doing all this stuff. Like I said, this is at night. When you shoot, they will see where the gunfire comes from. So then now they're all going to shoot back at you. So a lot of times we wouldn't shoot. That's where we would use the entrenching tools, shovel. We'd use a machete, hand to hand. Most of it was like that. When there's 100 of you and there's thousands of them, believe me, you don't have enough ammunition. Also, like I say, we were using the M16s, and they wouldn't work well. As I illustrated there, you would beat people with your rifle, and the rifle would break or it'd be damaged or something would happen. Remember, these are troops we are fighting, so they've got helmets, they've got gear on, so you got to beat them hard. And the M16s would not survive beating someone to death. So it's really tough. And then you say, well, you put the bayonet on there. Another thing, you see the way this was set up, this is to keep people from coming at you from the side, because you're going to be cold cocked. If you're standing out there in the open, you know, they start coming on all different sides of you. You're not going to make it. You've got to put obstructions up there, so then you don't have people coming and cold cocking you, hitting you off from the side. At first, when you first start doing this, you get tunnel vision. You are looking at certain areas, and you don't see anything outside that area. Now, as you understand what's going on, you're not into shock, and then you're more observant on what's going around you, so it's harder for people to cold cock you. Now remember, when they cold cock you, they're not cold cocking you like punching you. They're cold cocking you like a bayonet on a rifle, and they were using AKs and SKSs, and you see those things are heavy. And so, and like I say, a lot of times they don't see us. They're looking at the ground. They're going over the obstacles. They're stepping on or over the dead bodies. And then bammo, we got them. So that's why you do it like that. We are not moving. Where I'm at is where I'm going to stay. And that's why I set up the three-man militia basically the same way, where we know our area, we can stay in our area, we make safe spots in our area. Because like I say, when you're moving, you're putting yourself in jeopardy. At the same time, a moving target is hard to hit. So that's what I'm saying. As they're coming at us, they just, you know, you'll block their swing or whatever, and they'll just keep on running. They're going to stay there and fight. And really what you're trying to do is when you hit them, you want them to go down when you hit them. And it's the same thing with them. They don't run up and stop and we fight. No, they want to run by and hit us where we go down. And the next guy behind them will go on and stick a bayonet in you or do whatever. And like I say, this would go on all through the night hours. We're talking, you know, maybe 2 in the morning. You'll start 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 in the morning, up until daylight. And so you get a lot of practice in that much time. But anyway, I just thought I would. I've got this way of illustrating. I'm hoping this will make sense to what it is that's reality. Like I say, it doesn't make good movies. In close quarter combat, a lot of people, like I say, most everybody, only thing they can relate to is the movies. And but it's far more intense than what can be put on a movie screen. And as I showed you, the triangle. Now, I want to reflect a little bit more about Vietnam. And because like I say, I learned a lot. And it's all the stuff that I learned that I've been able to apply throughout my life. Clear up until now. I still use the tactics that I learned from there. And these are that's the reason why I share this. So not only for personal self-defense, but like I say, for the three-man militia. Now in Vietnam, we would have our fighting hole, and it's about chest high, and it's rectangled, and at the ends they're cut off, so it's cut down, so it's like steps, so you can get out of it. and we would sleep next to that hole. So through the night, when something bad would happen, we'd just roll off into the hole. And like I say, a lot of people think there's a lot of shooting going on. There's not that much shooting, not for us. The thing is, we were always outnumbered, so we'll use up all of our ammo. So, we talked about the triangle and the fighting hole. This is it. You have your triangle on both sides. You got a triangle on both sides. So we're only concerned about anybody that comes within, let's say, 10 yards of our hole. If you're outside that 10 yards, we're not worried about it. More than likely, the next hole is going to be 10 to 20 yards to your flank, to your side. And now see, we come in the middle of the night, we walk up a side of a hill, and then we dig these holes, and it's dark, and we think we have the hole facing outwards. You don't always know, because there's no lights. You don't have any idea what's going on. And so you dig your hole, and come morning, what you really want is like a ravine right in front of you. That's really what you want. And that's because everybody passes around you. If it's a ravine, nobody walks up a ravine, you know, like it's a side of a hill and it's got a little valley on the side of the hill. Nobody's going to walk up that. They walk up the ridge of the hill. And you got to remember, when we're attacked, they're running up the hill. So it's self-defense. We are defending our spot. Now, 20 yards over is the next hole. Now, we don't know because we don't know the terrain. It's dark when we moved in. And so that right through the night, you'll see right over here, 20 yards to your left or to your right, you're going to see lots of gunfire. And most of the time it's them doing the shooting because we can't shoot that much. We can't reload that much. And but you'll see all the shooting, and I mean, it's hell breaking loose, and it's 20 yards over from you. And you know, those people are catching hell. Now, if they're going to make it to morning, you know, we don't know. You won't know until morning. But it could have been just as easy as it could have been our hole when they're coming up. It's just the luck of the draw where you're at through the night when this all happens. But anyway, what I'm saying is when the people come in close quarter combat, they come as fast as they can. If it's flat ground, they're running. I mean, it's a clash. You do see, now this is accurate on the movies, and that's because back in the days when they used all hand weapons, no guns, you'd see the two sides would run and clash into each other. Okay, it's basically the same thing in combat. If you're not using a gun, a lot of times your guns get shrapnel gets hit them. You get a bullet that'll hit them and they'll stop working. So you still keep your gun because it's a club, and then you're running, and as you're running, you'll see this guy in front of you, and he's got his gun and he's got a bayonet on it. It's scary. So you don't walk up and then you do your let's have some close quarter combat now. That's not the way it's done. You're running, and you're running up on them. You're thinking shit, and then bammo, you clash, and you're so fast. I mean, it's just that fast, and that's why normally you get one hit, one shot on either killing or disabling this person. One hit. So right when he's running up on you, and then bam. Now see, you're standing. You are standing in your area. Remember, that's what I was showing about the ground, uneven ground. So not only they're tired as they're running, and they're off balance because they're running, and then the ground, you know, so you're familiar with the ground, they're not, and so their balance is off. They're not quite as good. So you do have the advantage. It's hard to believe, but you really do. You do have the advantage. And then, but like I say, you've got to have a plan. You see the way I was using the tomahawk. I can use it as a block and hit, block and hit. And you see, my hand motion is like this. It's the same thing. I block and I strike. Whether I'm using a knife, whether I'm using my hands, tomahawk, it doesn't make any difference what I'm using. One hand blocks and the other hand strikes. Or if you might use a weapon in both hands. I'm not that talented. That's more coordination you need. And you don't have time because you clash. And right when you clash, that's when, that's why I say you have a split of a second to know if you're going to win or lose. And that's why a lot of people don't understand. They think a fight consists of some time, and it doesn't. It's a split of a second. And so you have to get all your surroundings set up where you've got the advantage. And that's why I say in the trip lines, the uneven ground, using a triangle type shape area that you're going to fight in, and you're not going to leave. These people in the next hole, they're having problems. You can't go over there. But when you go there, you're leaving your two. You're leaving them weak. Now, if you have to go over there, all three of you will move to that position. We didn't do that in Vietnam because we also had another thing, you kill anything that's not in a hole. So, because like I say, we would have artillery come in. That's another thing that gave us the advantage. When things got too bad, we would call in artillery and you know, airstrikes and stuff like that right on our position. That's why we have our holes. We get in our holes and we kill anything that tries to get in our hole. When that stuff starts coming down, it's a nasty situation. It's the same thing. We use fire, we burn stuff, and it's bad. We use, like I say, we call it tanglefoot. It's trip lines. We use it as barbed wire, and it's about maybe a foot. We just put it up about a foot high. And that's why, and it's all like a spider web out in front of us when we're in a position that we're holding a position. And then this way, people are going to be tripping over it as they come up there. And then we add some mines in with it too. But that's how close quarters combat is done. So prepare yourself and prepare your team and work together. This is Mike.
Let me tell you all something. War has made me very paranoid.